Katie Taylor, perhaps the greatest athlete Ireland has ever produced. Claressa Shields, one of the most avoided fighters in the game and one of the best to lace them up, fighting proudly out of Flint, Michigan, USA.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Bray, Ireland, she became the 8th boxer in history to hold all 4 world titles, a 2-division world champion, and an undisputed women's lightweight champion of the world. Simply the best, Katie Taylor. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Flint, Michigan, she is a 3-division, undisputed champion of the world, Claressa Shields.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. And we're off and running between these 2 really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Don't want to trade shots. No rest for the weary. There's not a seat to be had in this arena, Johnny. It's got that big fight feel, doesn't it?
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
They threw the hook, it didn't land. Just missed with that hook. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
This is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. You'd like to see more jabs. Nice hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And there's the bell for round 2. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has that swarmer's mentality, taking away an opponent's reach, getting on the inside, and just banging and banging and banging.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee just pickpocketing and stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
She's throwing that left hook perfectly. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Defense is not an option for these 2. They're giving us a high-tempo. Hold it right there. The greatest female, perhaps of all time, is in trouble of going down. And down goes Katie Taylor.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Shot from the guns, took her out.
Nice round, great round. That was amazing. Okay, all we need to do now is refocus.
You're much better. She's not in your league.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny, you don't have to be Sherlock Holmes to figure this one out. She has got to bounce back in this round after that knockdown. No doubt about it.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Good counter punch. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpunch is my favourite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. She wasn't ready for that counter. Nice counter shot. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Which fighter will say no mas? They exchange punches. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. On to the 4th we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Nice counter punch right up the middle. The straight right just misses. They miss with the jab. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Needs to be careful that she doesn't punch herself out. She scores with that counter. Nice stop, but that won't score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. There's the bell to start round 5. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Nice counter shot. He blocked that jab. There's a counter shot. It's bombs away. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Beautiful counter punch. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. How about that time counter shot? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's start the sixth. The last round was massive for her, Johnny. How does she keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Why are they throwing punches? They should be playing defense right now. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink them. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
Good defense there to stop that hook. Does well to block that left jab. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. A swing and a miss with the left hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. There's the bell to start round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come up now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Looking to land the hook. Someone's will cave, but which... Did you see that? Oh no, Katie Taylor hurt. The pound-for-pound queen, Katie Taylor, goes...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your bell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your bell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your bell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your bell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your bell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your bell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your bell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your bell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your bell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your bell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your bell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your bell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your bell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your bell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your bell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your bell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your bell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your b
to see that again, but from a different angle.
That's lights out right there.
On their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Oh, she knows now. She can smell blood. She's just not got to get trigger happy. Be smart with the shot. Be sneaky. Pretend you're going to go for somewhere else in the body, and then boom, let the shot in again. Be smart.
Total domination with 10 seconds to go.
That was a great round. You're fighting smart, you're staying ahead. She's
Back on the job. Get out there.
And there's the bell for round 8. You can see the frustration on her face in the corner. She knows it is go time now. Fight or flight. She's got to get back in it in this round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Punch, counter punch. Are we about to see Katie Taylor knocked out? I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
How about that time counter shot? Drop their guard, they get caught. Claressa Shields is in trouble. Down goes Claressa Shields.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
That technique on that headshot. Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
Where did that come from? What a shot. For once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.